It's NAB 2024. We're on the Facilis Technology stand in South Lower, and I'm joined by Jim. Hi, Jim. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
So, Jim, we're going to be talking about a number of technology updates here, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We have our Flashpoint server here, which is our 48 drive SSD-based server. Great speeds from this. I mean, this is outrageously fast. So we're doing 10 to 12 gigabytes per second aggregate from this server.
Okay.
And the system behind us right now is on a 100 gigabit direct Ethernet connection. It's a Mac Pro, even an Intel Mac Pro. We're getting up to 5 gigabytes per second. I'm playing back an uncompressed UHD2 or 8K timeline right now on DPX. And it's just amazing speeds we're getting over Ethernet. And it's because of our shared file system. We're not NAS based. We're not a SMB or NFS share. Our shared file system really gives us that optimization that lets us lower latency and have better application performance and higher speeds across the board. We're doing fiber channel on Windows systems on Avids and getting thousands of megabytes per second as well. So what you do is you customize on a per workstation basis for our customers that want to have different requirements for different workstations, and we can do that.
And this is an on-prem solution.
It's an on-prem solution, but we're actually also showing more advancements in our remote access.
Okay.
So remote access is VPN, or it's our WAN link software. Our WAN link client gives us a way to address the server directly over a public IP without VPN.
Okay.
And so that gives us a much higher speed because the VPN tunnel is what's causing the latency. And along with that, now we're showing client caching as well. So client-side caching means that every time I read a file, either from VPN or from our WAN link connection, or even on-prem from a Wi-Fi or a 1 gig connection on a low bit rate, it caches the portion of the file that you're reading so it doesn't have to read it again.
Okay.
Huge game changer,
Yeah.
for remote access and even for low bit rate local access, which means that you could be caching your entire project except whatever's changing minute to minute is always coming back from the server. So a hugely big collaborative addition for us.
So you get all the advantages of on-prem, but you've got that remote access.
Same permission, same access control, same client on the desktop of the remote clients. And it's really like an in-facility feel, but you're anywhere in the world.
And what type of users are taking advantage of this technology?
Well, there's a lot of hybrid workflows going on there with some on-prem users and remote at the same time. And some of the solutions out there that are really cloud-based don't handle that opportunity very well because you're always sort of uploading and synchronizing between the on-prem storage and the remote storage or the cloud storage. So for us, it's all the same. So we're using on-prem storage at extremely high speeds, as you see, and those people are working on the same projects, maybe with a proxy toggle in the timeline in Adobe, for example, because we can make proxies within our fast tracker. Import that to Adobe and have you toggle the timeline between the proxy and the high-res. So maybe you're working on the high-res in facility, working on the proxy on remote, and those remote proxy users can have even fluctuations in their internet access, and with our client-side caching, don't have to worry about that. So for hybrid workflows, there's really not a better solution out there.
So what are we looking at here on the screen? Just give us a run through.
Yeah, this is a DaVinci Resolve, which is a favorite client of ours that's playing back a full 8K 30 FPS timeline and showing that we're getting about 4,000 megabytes per second from that. If I crank it up, I'll get almost 5,000 megabytes per second within the application. That's not a benchmark. That's real world application. And also we have our fast tracker, which you can see here. Our fast tracker now allows for proxy within the Avid op-atom format, which means that I can directly create proxies in op-atom format, DNX 720, DNX 1080, for example, directly into the Avid media files folder for anyone to use in the Avid workflow. I can also do things like subclip. I can subclip files that are very large to make smaller versions of those and encode those in a different format to make it easier to download those from home. If you are doing that type of workflow, because this is a remote access tool as well. And I can also attach non-video files to records. So you see here I have these subclips and proxies, and I also have the ability to attach documents, maybe for rights management, waivers, things like that. So we're now tracking more than just audio and video and stills. We're tracking everything within the production pipeline.
Cool. Well, I can see a Premiere Pro icon down there as well.
Yep. Premiere Pro is one of our favorites because we've had the panel for Premiere for a long time. And Premiere allows us to import with attached proxies automatically and gives us the ability to import with metadata intact. And so great partner of ours on the development side, and all of our Premiere users are having a great time with our fast tracker and implementing that within their workflow.
Yeah. And is everything you're talking about now, is it available now?
Everything regarding the Flashpoint server, the connectivity methods that we're talking about, the WAN link remote access, that's all active right now.
Okay.
The client caching is probably going to be this summer. I'm thinking June or July. If you want to get into beta, let us know. Sales at facilis.com, and we'll be able to show you that. So I think most everything we're talking about here is within a short time, which is always what you want to hear at NAB. It's not going to be something that's very far away. And so that's really what we're up to.
Yeah. So in a nutshell then, what really separates Facilis Technology from maybe other competitors that maybe in the same space?
Well, we like to say it's the differentiation for us is that we're the non-NAS alternative.
Okay.
So NAS solutions are great. They're sort of ubiquitous. They're everywhere. Except they're very limited because the operating system is in charge of supporting your file system, whether it's an SMB, share, or an NFS, or whatever it might be. You have very little opportunity to sort of enhance the value of that. So with our system, the shared file system, the software that you're loading on the desktop does more than just give you access to the shares. It actually is the communication to the server and the translation of a shared file system into that operating system. Full optimization of that pipe, lower transactions, less processing. This is what gives us the ability. This is what gives us the ability to have these wide area network clients with such great speed because the transactions are fewer, more data is passing through.
Sure.
And this gives us the ability to do our smart access rules. Smart access rules for us is something that is a unique feature. Think about access control lists for network storage. Very difficult to implement, sort of very IT-ish and Microsoft-y, and very limited in the way that you can add permissions to files and folders and not have that affect the workflow.
Yeah.
So within the application of Adobe or Avid or Resolve, you may not be able to do the things that you want because the access control is set. Our smart access rules is aware of the applications.
Gotcha.
So we're actually going to know, hey, you're saving a project file. Even though that project file is a no delete file type, that's okay. We'll let you do that. But if someone comes in and tries to manually delete that file, we don't let you. So it's the smarts that matter. It's the intelligence in the system and the kind of dedication we have to these workflows that really matter.
Yeah. So anyone with a post-production workflow really needs to check this out.
Yeah, post-production, content creation, graphics, anything. We've been dedicated to this market for the past 21 years.
Yeah.
And so in that time, we've had a lot of penetration into these types of facilities. We're not a NAS system. We don't expect to be everything to everyone. But when it comes to the real value that we give you with the software-defined methods that we propose, that we send the storage out and mount to your desktop, whether it be remote or on-prem, I think there's nothing out there like us.
No. So anyone that's at NAB should really drop by and have some demos. But if they're not in Vegas, what's the best website to go to?
We have a brand new website that just launched this week. www.facilis.com. Check it out. Maybe a little buggy. Give us some feedback if you see there's any bugs in the website. But our developers did a great job of putting that together.
Are there various downloads so you can sample the software on there as well?
Yeah, of course. There's downloads of the brochure, there's downloads of white papers, and there's places to set up a demo. So click the Get a Demo button, and we'll respond to you right away and get you on a call.
Jim, thank you very much indeed. Do check out the brand new website from Facilis there. Sounds like there's a lot going on there. And of course, if you're in Vegas, come by the South Lower and check out the demo with Jim and the team. For everything else that we're doing at NAB, that's at KITPLUS.com.